This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Mountaineers will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will get the football first. Jesse, we don't get many of these types of runners anymore, it seems, but this offense is built around a guy who can carry the ball 30, 40 times if they need it.
And he is every defensive coordinator's nightmare because it's only a matter of time with this guy before he's going to break the long one. He has incredible vision, he can cut, and it's the game-breaking speed, David, that makes him truly unique.
Yeah, and he sets the tone, man. More guys are going to be committed to stopping him in the run game. It sets the tone for the offense. It opens up everything else. It starts and ends with him.
Didn't get much on first down and 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Steps away to find some room. Sets up the screen. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Blue Devils lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker, it's Lockett. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Blue Devils will hustle to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bears the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications.
Touchdown, Blue Devils! A great catch and run for 6. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mountaineers offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Got his man on the outside. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Wants to keep it in the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. It's complete to the left. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll try the counter. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 3rd down coming, and the Morgantown faithful making it tough on this big play. The play action fake. Bringing the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out.
He's got it, first down and more. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the Blue Devils moving quickly to the line.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Going to take a shot at this DB. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. A first down run on the doorstep. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they're trying to throw the football. They stayed tight on him. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little kick route, trying to get my guy open.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Let's it go to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He got it. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. USC went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Trojans in a statement win if there ever was one. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
West Virginia.
The run from the shotgun. Gets away from one. He's got space. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Now rolling to the left. Snagged out of the air. There he goes. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on 1st down. Might be looking to run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He's got it on the run. Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle, but it's 1st and goal from the 5.
This offense is clicking. Everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll take it himself. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Duke. On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
17, West Virginia, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Shakes off the defender. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Blue Devils trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Using his feet. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Man, you could tell if the QB wants to run, he's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Quick strike through the air for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And here's the return. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. The Mountaineers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll take it on the return. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. The Blue Devils want to crank the tempo. Gives it on the option. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Duke. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he added the extra point.
31, West Virginia, 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Blue Devils will kick it off to start the second half.
West Virginia, 3.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
West Virginia.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
West Virginia.
Quickly complete.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to throw again. Throws for the tight end. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. The Mountaineers are threatening in the red zone. Motion from the back. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Flips it out in the flat. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground, and now getting him behind the sticks.
Under fire. Makes the catch. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The run to the left. Makes his man miss.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll leave it with him. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Blue Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll send the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Plows through the defense. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Turning it on! There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Moves it forward just a bit and pick up of 1 to the 35.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Pressure coming. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the week.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas State took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to San Marcos. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch with these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And the Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a...
Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, West Virginia. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field. They got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The give as they work on that clock. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying.
He's running free down the middle. The 40, past the 30. He's at the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep...
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Looking downfield on first down. Fires left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Mountaineers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first down. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough.
It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter play. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.